Hello everyone, this is Jesse from dbzfigures.com and I'm bringing you another Dragon Ball Z SH Figuarts review. This time we're looking at the brand new Super Saiyan Son Gohan. Now, I initially was not too thrilled about this release. In fact, when they announced this was the mold we're getting for the new Son Gohan, I was pretty disappointed. But in this review, I'm going to be telling you why this figure is way superior than the old one and why this is a figure that definitely belongs in your collection at this point. But first, we're going to take a look at him in his package. It does have the new style packaging, just like how all the new mold figures are getting these packages later on. Has a very nice picture of Gohan here. Some other posing options here. Great, shows the variety of faces he has. Other than that, the packaging is very simple. You can compare it to the old Gohan that's also in the package. You can also see that this one comes with a cape and this one does not. But other than that, we'll get into the main differences between these figures in a little bit. But for now, let's go ahead and take him out. Okay, and here we have Gohan out of the package, and I can just tell you that just right away, if you have the initial Super Saiyan Gohan figure, that this is a much sturdier figure, well, much better quality. Mainly because, like, the thing that I noticed first is, especially in comparison to the original, there's no loose joints. I know the original one had a bad habit of the arms popping off out of the shoulder. This one has no problem there. All the joints are very stiff, and the paint job on this is superb. But we'll go over the changes here real quick. First thing you'll notice is that it is a battle damaged version of the same character, which I initially was not too fond of, just because seeing Gohan in the battle damaged outfit like this is not as iconic as, say, like the battle damaged Goku that we got last year. This was, and just a detail on here, just not as awesome looking, but they're, the main reason they went with this look for this character, I'll get into that later. And the second thing is, you'll notice that this one definitely goes for more of an anime color, while this one's more manga inspired with the red belt and the more kind of brownish shoes, while this one goes for the strictly blue belt and the more orangish shoes. But other than that, colors are, except for a slight changes in the hair and the skin tone, and the clothes on this one's just a tad bit darker. The colors are just about the same. We get up close to the face, see that this one, which was good at the time, just hasn't aged very well, and this one has a much more contemporary look to it. Very sharp, crisp lines. This one a little bit on the exaggerated side, a little bit too big. The fine lines and the details in the face are also very good. I never really cared how this one just has a very plain chest going straight down the middle, no real definition there. But obviously, like with this one, half of the shirt's gone, so you definitely get some more detail there. But even on, like, say, if you just compare like that half of this, it just looks a lot better. And obviously, he does have a little piece of a sleeve there, but doesn't really do much. You can see the hair is a brand new mold. It's kind of hard to spot the differences at first, but besides the color, I mean, like, all the main pieces are there. Like, they're almost mirror copies of each other, but it's almost like if they took like a mold of this and just tweaked all the little bits just a little bit, and like added some finer details to the hairlines there, where you can see this one has fewer big lines, but this one has, smaller but more detail there. See the same thing on the back. You can really see the differences on the back. It's the main difference there. Also, while we're comparing hairs, we'll go ahead and just like the original one, it also does have a Super Saiyan 1 head, which this one is even more identical to the first one here. And what I was expecting earlier, especially looking from the front, it's very, very hard to spot any differences. So like the main difference you can spot from the front is that this piece here is, it's a little bit wider and it's ever so slightly more tilted of angle. Like even these are identical, but just like the Super Saiyan 2, you can just spot more of the differences on the back. He does come with several faces, so we'll go ahead and pop that head off. And just like all the other ones, you can switch out the faces. He has two serious faces here, which are already on. One's looking straight ahead, one's looking a little bit to the left. Also has a mean, gritty face, a yelling face, and screaming / crying face, which is perfect for this head, because the way this was advertised is like when Gohan witnessed Android 16 die, this is the expression he had. It's a very interesting choice. I was a little bit disappointed that he doesn't come with like a more happy face such as this one, but I think this is a equally good choice. There you go. So it's one of the many possibilities of poses you can do. I'm not necessarily the best person at posing figures, and that head just will not stay on. So let's pop that off. There we go. I always find it's just easiest just to take the face off so you can actually see the pegs better to put the headpieces back on. So that's a very cool option you have here. And also as far as posability, since this does have the new body sculpt that all the Figuarts have been using for a while, he does have ball joint at the top of his neck, another ball joint in the bottom neck, but you do get a little bit of this weird piece jutting forward if you go a little bit too much. He does have a new shoulder bit, which doesn't really move too much on the inside of the chest, but still it does still allows for much cleaner movement. Double hinged elbows here, and he does have this mid torso cut, which really doesn't allow for much on this just because of the size of this figure, but it's still there. It still looks nice. You do get some movement there, but really you're going to get most of your torso movement from his waist here. And you can see his belt is on a separate piece, which also has this little dangly cloth from his shirt hanging off. And he does have the new hip joint, which looks really great as opposed to like the old one where you'd get this really uncomfortable look from all the way like that's just kind of sad looking in comparison. But now it looks nice and fluid, just really good. You've got double hinged knees, which feels a little bit restricted just because of the nature of the battle damaged pants, just because it got some bits hanging here and there. As far as hands go, he does have these two fisted hands. He has these two blast effect hands, and he has these two Kamehameha hands. He's got these two also kind of like relaxed gesture hands, which you might think are kind of weird, but specifically for this Gohan, it's perfect because let's go ahead and take this head off and go back to his Super Saiyan 2 head. Take this face off and we'll put on his screaming face. But, oh, actually, remember, I need to put the hair on before the face. There we go. Put the face on. Okay, now we'll take this hand off and put this one relaxed palm here. Take this hand off and put this right Kamehameha hand on, and you know, one of the most iconic scenes from, especially concerning Gohan, is him doing the father-son Kamehameha against Cell. You know, after he had basically his whole left side damaged. So this hand kind of gives it like the very limped look he had in that fight, which we really could have done with, you know, the regular hands that they would go on with, but it just wasn't really meant for that. So you can really get Gohan in, you know, one of the best moments in DBZ history. So this is, you know, because of, you know, this accessory and, you know, this battle damage, you know, this is easily one of the best, actually I would say the best Gohan figure in the SH Figuarts line, and one of the best choices they could have made for the character, because this is the best moment, in my opinion, of Gohan ever, and you can perfectly recreate this moment now, especially if you have a Super Saiyan Goku, one that you can stand right behind him. So this is just perfect, and really do not regret getting him, even though I was a little bit, you know, not looking forward to him, you know, because of these changes and just the new design of the figure of the series. This one's definitely worth picking up, even if you already have the first Gohan. It's a great upgrade. The only thing that I do wish that it did come with was, since the premium Cell is coming out this month, and that one, you know, this was made to kind of coincide with that. The Cell comes with a blast effect with a long Kamehameha blast effect. It would have been really nice if they included something like that with this one, since they didn't include the cape, and like they did with the first Gohan. It would have been really nice if it came with a blast effect. But other than that, this is definitely the best Gohan figure out, and easily recommend picking this up. And you can do that at clicking the link at bigbadtoystore.com in the link below. You can follow me at Twitter at twitter.com/SSJAutobot. You can Instagram me too, SSJAutobot, and you can subscribe to me here on YouTube for latest Dragon Ball news and reviews. I'll catch you next time.